There's a strange moment in adulthood that no one prepares you for. It's not dramatic. It doesn't come with conflict. There's no clear argument. It's the moment you realize you don't quite fit somewhere anymore. Not because anyone did anything wrong. Not because something exploded. Just because something shifted. And it's hard to explain that shift without sounding ungrateful. These are people you laughed with, people who knew earlier versions of you, people who were there when things were simpler. But somewhere along the way, the conversation started feeling different. The pauses felt longer. The jokes didn't land the same. The interests no longer overlapped. And you find yourself thinking, when did this change? The uncomfortable truth is, it didn't change suddenly. You did. Growth doesn't just alter your goals, it alters your tolerance for certain conversations, for certain environments, for certain ways of thinking. And the hardest part about outgrowing people is that they usually haven't done anything wrong. There's no villain, just divergence. You begin to crave depth where there used to be comfort. You start wanting honesty where there used to be distraction. You value calm over chaos. And slowly, the version of you that once fit perfectly starts feeling slightly out of place. This creates a quiet guilt because loyalty feels important. History feels important. You don't want to feel like you've moved on. You don't want to feel superior. You don't want to be misunderstood. So you try to force it. You show up. You laugh at the same things. You replay the old dynamics. But internally, you know something is different. And here's what makes it complicated. Outgrowing someone doesn't always mean you stop caring about them. It simply means your inner world has evolved. Your boundaries have sharpened. Your priorities have reorganized. Your nervous system has recalibrated. What once energized you might now drain you. What once felt exciting might now feel repetitive. And because nothing happened, there's no clean ending, no closure speech, no dramatic exit, just distance, gradual, unspoken, almost invisible. This is one of the loneliest forms of growth because it often happens quietly. You look around and realize fewer people understand the direction you're heading in. Fewer people relate to your concerns, your interests, your pace, and it can make you question yourself. Am I changing too much? Am I isolating myself? Should I just stay the same? But staying the same isn't loyalty. It's stagnation. Growth will naturally filter your environment, not because you're better, not because they're worse, but because alignment matters and alignment shifts. The truth is, not everyone is meant to travel the entire journey with you. Some people are chapter companions, important, meaningful, but seasonal. We romanticize lifelong closeness as proof of success, but sometimes maturity is recognizing when connection has run its course without resentment, without blame, without drama. It's possible to appreciate what someone represented in your life and still accept that you are no longer who you were. You don't have to burn bridges. You don't have to announce departures. Sometimes growth simply looks like less access, less availability, more discernment. And yes, that can feel lonely at first because familiarity is comfortable, even if it no longer fits. But the space created by misalignment is what allows new alignment to enter, new conversations, new energy, new perspectives. Outgrowing people isn't about abandoning them. It's about not abandoning yourself. It's choosing internal honesty over external obligation. And that choice is rarely loud. It doesn't come with applause. It often comes with silence. But in that silence, there is clarity. You begin to notice who feels expansive to be around, who feels calm, who feels steady, who feels aligned. And those are the connections that match the person you are becoming, not the person you used to be. Growth will always rearrange your life, sometimes subtly, sometimes painfully, but almost always quietly. And if you have started noticing that certain spaces feel smaller than they once did, it doesn't mean you're cold. It doesn't mean you're arrogant. It may simply mean you're evolving. And evolution rarely asks for permission.